Hello, this video is going to show you, I hope, how to use Tagxedo, and then what I'm going to do when I've created my Tagxedo shape is take it across to Craft Artist and show you what I do there to create my card with it. Okay, so the first thing we've got is our web page open to Tagxedo.com, and if it opens to the home page, you just need to press create, and here we've got a window with Mother Earth shape on it and words that go with the shape. So we want to change that. Let's get on and start this right away. We're going to first of all then come down to the shape. Now my favourite one is the circle. There's other things you can use. You can import your own shapes into Tagxedo if you were doing a number for a birthday, if you were doing a name. It's all possible. It needs a little bit of fiddling and playing with, but it is possible. Or you've got all these shapes already for you in the menu. I can come back to it. There we go. And you've got quite a lot to start you off. You've got squares and all your usual shapes. But as I say, for this exercise, I've chosen the circle. And as you can see, it's loaded and here it is. It's quite straightforward. The next thing is the orientation. You've got various options, and I'm choosing the horizontal and vertical option, and it's loading, and you'll just wait. Okay, that's so good. So we can close that one. The font, you are given quite a few to choose from in Tagxedo already, so come back. If you go outside this window, you have to go out and come back in again, but there we go. You're given quite a lot of choice in here. You can also go to use your local fonts, which will then add, I just show you, it'll add some of the fonts that are in your computer already. Not all of them though, so that if there's one that's missing and you particularly want to use it, you'll need to come down to add fonts, and then you browse to where your fonts are stored and find the font you want to use. So that's quite straightforward as well. For this, I'm just going to come down and use the one that's already in Tagxedo, and it's called Duality, and again it's loading, and here we go, all changed. So we can close that window too. The next thing is the theme, and this determines your colour. So if we press the black arrow, you see you've got quite a lot of different themes, but of course you can guarantee the one you want is never there. It's not going to match the colours that you're working with, so you may want to create your own. We come down to add a theme, and when you press this, you've got a manual box here where you can arrange your own theme. You can put in the codes for your own theme. So if I Control A that and delete, it gets rid of all that. You need to have the name of your theme in inverted comma, so I'm just going to put playing cards and a space, and now you need the codes for the colours you want to use. So I'm going to just stick with my two red and black colours, and to get the codes for those I use rapidtables.com, and it gives you your RGB colour codes. So the two colours I want to use are red, and you can make it a darker red, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then this is the code you want at the bottom. Right click, copy, come back to your Tagxedo creator, into your theme, and make sure there's a space at the end there. Now you can't right click and paste in Tagxedo, so what you have to do instead is Control and V, alright, and just add another space. That's good so far. So we come back to the colour code chart, and I now want the black, so I'm going to just pop my cursor down there. I'm going to copy the code, come back to the Tagxedo creator and Control V, submit. And now it's given me my two playing card colours. I've got a white background. I'm just going to click the white, And that's exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to press add, and then when I come back to my themes again, come down to the bottom. Where's it gone? Okay, let's try that again, because it's certainly not. Oh, it's decided this time to actually go alphabetically. It's either one or the other, so look in both places, either at the very end or alphabetically. So I'm going to go with that one and close the box. Now you can see that it's taken those two colours and used a lot of shades within those two colours to form the Tagxedo. We can change this because I didn't want that when I was making my cards. So what I'm going to do now is just padlock these, so all those options are locked. We now need to put our own words in there, so we come to load and we come into the enter text. The first thing I'm going to do is put happy birthday, but I want to keep happy birthday together on the so that they're not happy at the top and birthday at the bottom. So to do that you put in a little tilde, and then I'm going to add in birthday. Now if I wanted to keep those two words on the same line, because sometimes they can jump one down onto the next line, you put two tildes in. If you put three tildes in between your words, it will force a line break and therefore they will be underneath each other, but I don't want that, so I'm going to leave it with the one tilde. I'm going to put this year in so it's a little bit more up to date and personal, and let's put the date of the birthday in, so let's put today in August, and I want that tilde in again to keep it on the same line, and today is the 27th, so that's all good. If you wanted to, you could put the year they were born, so if it was a special birthday that could be quite poignant as well. We might want to put with love on there, the name of the person. Let's put the name off the top of my head, and you might decide that's all you want. Okay, and then you go to submit, and again you wait for it to load and close the window. Now then you can see it's all looking good, apart from the fact we haven't got any numbers in there. So what we need to do is come down to the word and layout options. First thing you want to do is come into the word tab at the top here, have the yes and the in for punctuation selected and in the numbers as well. Okay, and accept that, and you'll see it load, and then we're going to come up to layout. Now to stop those colours being varied, we're going to put it right down to 0. The emphasis, this means that it's quite self-explanatory, I'm sure you understand what it is, but if you bring it down a little bit, then all the words are going to be sort of a similar size. You're not going to have a huge one that stands out bigger than the others. Maximum word count, now I always bring this down to under 100, so just play with that and see what looks good to you. And tightness, bring it down a wee bit as well, and I'm going to press accept. Okay, while I'm here, the font preference, you can use different fonts in your Tagxedo. So if you just select the fonts that you want from the boxes, and then you've got here, you can choose any one, any two, or all of them. Alright, so there is lots of playing to do, things that I'm not going to explain here, but it is good fun just to go in there and play. So what have we got now? We've got the Tagxedo looking pretty good. If you're not happy with the colour, the way it's done, then you can come up here and just colour spin it, so that you're still in the same orientation, but you're just choosing a different way, a placement of the colours, and I'm quite happy with that, so I think I'm going to leave it. So we need to save that, and that you get presented with a whole stack of different size saves, JPEG or PNG. Quite frankly, I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever. If you choose PNG, it doesn't give you a translucent background. We'll come on to that in a minute. So I just save it as this one and click the save button. I've got a folder named Tagxedo, there's a surprise, and I'm going to label this one as test, and because I've been playing before, it's test 3. So there we go, and that's all done. So what am I going to do with my Tagxedo next? Okay, oh, you'll get a window come up and it asks you to give you some feedback. I'm just going to say I'm busy at the moment. So now I'm going to open Craft Artist. Alright, and I'm going to find my Tagxedo and insert it. So photo from file, and come down and find test 3. There it is. And when you paste it into Craft Artist, you'll find you've got this border around it. That's fine, you obviously don't want it. It's their copyright border, and it's absolutely fine to get rid of this. They don't expect you to keep it in there. Okay, so we're just going to get rid of the frame by using the crop. Alright, which is your little box up here, crop tool. Once you've cropped it to where you want it, you can then go back. Now you've got a couple of options now. I want to use that as a circle, but as it stands at the moment, it is the letters on a square white background. Let me bring over a piece of material and I'll show you. Okay, so that's what you've got at the moment. Bring it to the front. Obviously we don't want that. You might, but I don't. So you've got two options now. You can either come up to your punches, into your shapes, and find the circle. Excuse me. You can bring your circle over the Tagxedo. Okay, size it accordingly, and punch. Get rid of the punch, get rid of the outside, and now you've got that into a circle, which is great, and for most of you that might be exactly what you want. But what I'm going to do is make it transparent so that I can see all the way through to the backing paper. To do that, you need to make this now into a picture. Okay, so we're going to come up to Tools and Convert to Picture. It's only because it's a punch shape. If we'd left it as that square box, I don't think you'd have to do this part, and it didn't like that, so let me just redo it. Just happens occasionally, of course it's bound to happen when I'm showing you guys. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now it's converted to a picture, and now we've got the option to go into the photo lab. Whenever you got your image selected in Craft Artist and you haven't got the Photo Lab option up there on the top, then it's a good idea to go into Tools and convert it to a picture, and that way it will go into Photo Lab. Okay, so now we've got my my circle, and I want to get this all translucent, so I want black and white squares everywhere. I'm coming up here to the Quick Add filter, down to Other, and down to CSO. And now I'm coming down to my colour picker. I'm just clicking on it, and then I'm moving over my cursor over to the white area of the Tagxedo and left clicking. Alright, now you can see what's happened. All the white from behind my Tagxedo has disappeared, and I'm going to press OK. And now you've got a ping image on your on your backing paper, which is great. If you want to now, you can add a 3D effect, and that kind of looks good as well. Alright, so there you go. That's the Tagxedo, and bringing it back into Craft Artist. I hope I've explained how to do various colour themes. Play with it, you can add more than just the two, and just, oh, one thing, let's come back to the Tagxedo creator, and if you wanted to, you can always you can always come back, come into your layouts and add more variation of your colours. Okay, except okay. The other thing you can do quickly while I'm here, before I finish the video, is in your theme, let's unlock it. If you chose one of these themes that's already set there, let's try the vague butterfly. No, we won't, we'll go for warm fruits, okay? And you can see that's now lots of variation. So I'm going to lock it and come up to the options, and I'm going to bring that back down to 0 and accept. And now you've only got the colours that were in that theme and not a mix of those colours. Okay, I think that's it then. If you've got any questions for me on anything I've done in the video, please let me know via the forum or at lyngtx@gmail.com. The other point of interest is the Justjimjams site, and over there you're going to get lots more ideas about how to use Tagxedo. There's tutorials galore, so go over there and see what you can find out. There's lots of playing to be done. Enjoy.